Hey everyone, this is Kieran. Today's exercise is looking at how to improve our neck rotation with a stretch. It can be a tricky area to stretch on your own, so hopefully this version will allow you to do that on your own. And if you like this content, please subscribe below. Right, so with neck rotation, we need to consider some of the joint mechanics. You've got a lot of muscles connecting the head and the neck, and then you've also got a lot of muscles between the thoracic rib cage and the ribs and the head and the neck as well. And so I think something that is helpful to think about to begin with is that the neck has some movement, but so does the head and the joints, and hence why we've got the skeleton here. The upper cervical spine, so from about here up, C2 up, a little bit of C2, C3, is the majority of our neck rotation, so about 50% of it. So as you're turning your head, once you get to about halfway, then you start to go into the rest of your neck. And it's not that it's that black and white, like your neck's always involved, but if we were to isolate the movement and I start turning the head, most of it's coming from this upper cervical spine area. The very top joint up here is responsible for our yes motion, and then the next one down is responsible for that no motion. The rest of the joints below, a nice way to think about it is almost like an airplane. So if you had the wings like this, as I turn my head to the left, what I'm going to see is the wing on the left go down and the wing on the right go up. And that's happening between all these joint levels here and these facet joints. And as you go down the neck, they sort of start to change shape a little bit in terms of their angle. And so we're going to see different contributions of these joints to rotation. But in general, that's kind of how it goes. So as you turn your head, you're starting to turn the upper part of your neck first. And then as you turn further, you're starting to go down lower into your neck. So what we need to do with a stretch is find a way to be able to leverage the head while keeping this area relatively still so that we can get most of the rotation going in through the spine. And then the further you go around, the further down you're going to go on through your neck. So let's show you guys that. So just to start with, you need a towel. Ideally, you're trying to get this end of the towel here as your leverage point. So might muffle the mic a little bit, hopefully not. But if I bring the towel onto my neck like this, I'm going to use my right hand here. I'm going to hold the towel down there, okay? And then I'm going to bring this portion, remember I want that seam here, I'm going to bring it above my eyebrow. So it's going to go cover my ear. Now, what this means is my right hand down here is going to anchor. So I'm just holding steady, I'm not pulling that hard. And then I'm going to turn my head to the left. And I'm going to use this left hand here to help. So what it's doing is it's giving some overpressure. And I'm just pulling gently until I feel a bit of a stretch. And then I hold. And with a stretch, you can hold anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. You could hold longer as well. If we look at some of the research, we'll see that ranges improve within 30 to 60 seconds, and then anything past 60 seconds, the short-term improvements in range seem to plateau in terms of we don't necessarily get more degrees of range of motion. So you could stretch for longer, and there might be other adaptations that come from that, but there might be more long-term changes. So you can play around with those variables a bit. If you went 3 days a week, you could probably get away with 60 seconds. If you went for more 5 days a week, you'd probably need to do more frequently. Not frequently, you would need to do shorter stretches of 30 seconds. So 30-second stretches for a few sets, 5 days a week, or 60 seconds, 3 sets, 2 to 3 times a week. And that'll kind of give you that dose. And if you want to get a response that is more cemented in terms of your range staying that way, then you really want to be doing this for about 4 to 6 weeks. So if you've got some rotation losses in your neck and you feel like you need to improve that, use this as an option and a way to leverage it. It's a nice self-stretch. Hold it until you feel a stretch. It doesn't have to feel intense. Hope you guys found that helpful. And obviously ask comments below, ask questions, and quite happy to clarify things if needed. If you like this video, then please hit like below. Otherwise, to check out more of our content in the future, you can subscribe to our channel by clicking our logo over here. And to check out our latest video, click up here.